Trump to visit Japanese warship in display of military solidarity. Tokyo, U-74 years after Japan's defeat in World War II, the world's third largest economy is in the midst of a quiet military buildup, at U.S. urging. President Mr. Trump will tour the JS Kaga, one of the two largest warships in Japan's maritime self-defense force. In a controversial now, after almost 75 years of peace, Mr. Trump's visit will be seen as a display of military solidarity that has long been sought by Japan's leaders. Professor Stephen over. This spring, nearly 400 troops were deployed to the tiny island of Miyakojima, about 100 miles from the Senkaku-daiō Islands, held by Japan but claimed by China. More troops and all told, Japan is on track to spend a record $47 billion on defense this year amid increasingly aggressive sea and air incursions by China and continuing provocations from North Korea. While Japan spent this as the only target of an atomic bombing, Japan has held firm to its so-called pacifist. The centerpiece of Japan's defense is a string of U.S. bases and about 50,000 American troops. Japan pays more, but with Washington, Japanese for the first time are voicing anxiety about the U.S. security commitment to their country. During the summit, Japan likely will be asked again to spend more on the alliance, and for the sake of unity, it's expected to send Mr. Trump home with a win.
Raindrop, drop top, smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park pot.